Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends, and time to do some shish kebab. Muslims always they try to prove us wrong, and the glory to the Lord. Each time they do so, they help us to expose Muhammad and his God. And today there's no different. Muslims make videos, they do their best, and I don't blame them. This is their best, and the reason their best is funny and stupid, because they are following a stupid God. And today is no different example. A Mohammedan, he posed for us in the previous video I made yesterday the following comment. Check on this. This is the name of the person. For sure his name is not a check. I think his name is Jibril. Before, after tax. Check on this. Okay. Let us expand what he is posting. I'm not sure if the text is clear for you. Is it clear? I hope so. Make argument with this. The Abrahamic religion are three. It's really stupid to say Abrahamic religion are three. If Abrahamic is a religion by itself, how it is a three? Either you are Abrahamic or you are not. You cannot be other thing. That is the first stupid comment. Christianity, and this is very stupid of you. You just said that Christianity is Abrahamic, but you Muslims, you say, where you get the word the Christian from? We show you from the Bible, you say we don't agree with the Bible. The Quran calls us Nasara. So you stupid God, he called us wrong name. As you see, we are not Nasara, we are Christians. So you got your God busted again. Then you said Judaism. If I asked you where is the word Judaism coming from, the Quran says Yahud. Obviously the one who said that word, he have no idea what Yahud mean. Idiot. You know the idiot of the village? Yahud. This is what the Quran says. Okay, if we ask you where is Yahud coming from, everybody will laugh at you. We will go for that maybe later. Islam. Islam is Abrahamic. Why? And then he posed for me a video, and we will go for Islam is Abrahamic. Look what it says here. Judaism and Islam don't believe God born or begotten unlike you. Well, thank you very much for saying such a thing, because you just proved that your prophet Muhammad, which is Allah, is a fraud. Isn't it your God in the Quran says that the Jews believe that there's a guy, his name is Uzair, and he is the son of Allah? So you are saying the Jews don't believe in this, but your liar prophet, he said they do. Now, which one we should believe in? The liar Muhammad or the liar Muslim who made a comment? You tell me. The Quran says the Jews call Uzair, see the Jews, not one Jew, because Muslims they try to say, hey, this wasn't Jew, one Jew, because they could not find any Jew. We could not find in the whole Old Testament, in any book of the Old Testament, as you know the Old Testament is many books, the word Uzair, and he is the son of God. But you just said the Jews don't believe in this, so Muhammad is a fraud. And this is why we say that the best one to help us to expose the stupidity of Muhammad is Muslims. Stupid number one plus stupid number two, we have the stupid Islam. So is the Quran phrase is a lie? According to you, it's a lie. Let us go back to your comment. I'm sure we would love to delete it now, but I took a snapshot, by the way. I mean a screenshot. So if you delete it too late, I will put the screenshot. Don't even try. Judaism and Islam don't believe God is born or begotten, unlike you. So your God, he lied, because he said the Jews believe that God have a son. We continue. Judaism and Islam don't draw image idols from God or prophets unlike you. You know, in China they say he left as a donkey, he never came back as a mule, as a horse. That is your case. Each time I debate a Muslim, I discover one thing. They have no idea. You know, they have no idea is connected to Muhammad when his wife Aisha, she was cheating on him, and he have no idea. Muhammad was receiving Quran from Shaitan, and he have no idea. Muhammad was reciting satanic verses, and he have no idea. Muhammad, he was not having sex with his wives, but yet he think he have sex with his wife, and he have no idea. I mean, this guy, he have no idea. So why you expect the Muslim to be better? Here we go. Judaism and Islam do not draw idol images. First of all, you are a black stone kisser. You have a real idol. Secondly, you idiot. Isn't it this is your Quran? Where Allah, he order Sulaiman to make statues? Is that your book? Image, and look at the false translation, by the way. The word statue disappeared. If we change, but here they have images. If we change the translator, this is Yusuf Ali. Change the translator. Brother, in our religion, we Muslims wouldn't have images. Brother? Eh? What is this? Change the translation. The second guy, the word tamathil, you see the word tamathil in Arabic? It's gone in the translation. What tamathil? Tamathil in Arabic means statues. Let us change the translator. Until we find one of them is decent. Maybe one of them have a decency. Not to corrupt his book and say as it is. Here we go. Finally we find somebody have little decency. If we call Zakir Naik now and we say to him, hey Zakir Naik, is it true that the Christians, you know, have icons and... Brother Sitter, the Christian, they are not for Jesus. The Bible says don't make images. And what the Christians they do, they make icons. And that's the proof that they are false. Hey, hold on, Zakir Naik. Isn't your Quran, in chapter 34, verse number 13, it says that Allah, he gave a permission to David, and he ordered the genie and even the shaitan to make for him a temple full of statues and images? First of all, that's not true. And I'm going to give it. Hey, okay, I'm showing you the verse in the front of you. The translation you already did false. The two translations said that they would worship a statue and Bronamir and like Taco Bell. What? It's like a Taco Bell thing, like food, in the temple. What Taco Bell? Zakir Naik, read. It says statues, images. What Taco Bell? First of all, show me your face. Show me your face, I will answer you. Zakir Naik, what my face have to do with now? In the middle of in the ocean, you want me to show you my face now? You know, save yourself. You are going to be drowning soon. Don't you see that you have a big hole in the narratives? So the idiot, he says to us that in Islam we don't have such a thing. So what is this? Images and statues, and you Muslims don't have idols? When I say stupidity is amazing, I mean it. So this guy, he was so excited, he posted his comment, and now he will be biting his fingers. And by the way, don't bite them, lick them. The hadith says, if you eat, my friend, don't wipe your fingers or wash them, lick them, or let somebody lick them for you. You see the hypocrisy and the stupidity? They accuse us of what they have. Secondly, about making images, you know, even those churches who make images, you know, they have an interpretation for verses in the Bible where it says it clearly, and this is where Muhammad actually he got the story from. I mean, the idiot Muhammad, he got the story, I think, from the kings. Hold on, give me a second. I think, yeah, First Kings, chapter 6. This is where your idiot Muhammad, he got the story from. But for him, the one who made them, Allah, he gave control of Sulaiman. He gave him a ring to control the genie. And Sulaiman, he ordered the genie to build statues and images. Okay, brother? Let us see. Hold on. Let me open. There we go. Let us go. Muhammad the thief, he have no idea what he is doing. He steal a bicycle. He think by putting some paint on it and he changed the name of it. He think we will not know that he is just a thief, an idiot.
First Kings 6. And it came to pass in the 480th year, after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month Ziph, which is the 2nd month, that he began to build the house of the Lord. And the house which King Solomon built for the Lord, the length thereof was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 20 cubits, and the height thereof 30 cubits. And the porch before the temple of the house 20 cubits was the length thereof, according to the breadth of the house, and 10 cubits was the breadth thereof before the house. And for the house he made windows of narrow lights. And against the wall of the house he built chambers round about, against the walls of the house round about, both of the temple and of the oracle, and he made chambers round about. The nethermost chamber was 5 cubits broad, and the middle was 6 cubits broad, and the third was 7 cubits broad. For without, in the wall of the house, he made narrowed rests round about, that the beams should not be fastened in the walls of the house. And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone made ready before it was brought thither, so that there was neither hammer nor axe nor any tool of iron heard in the house, while it was in building. The door for the middle chamber was in the right side of the house, and they went up with winding stairs into the middle chamber, and out of the middle into the third. So he built the house, and finished it, and covered the house with beams and boards of cedar. And then he built chambers against all the house, 5 cubits high, and they rested on the house with timber of cedar. And the word of the Lord came to Solomon, saying, Concerning this house, which thou art in building, if thou wilt walk in my statutes, and execute my judgments, and keep all my commandments to walk in them, then will I perform my word with thee, which I spake unto David thy father, and I will dwell among the children of Israel, and will not forsake my people Israel. So Solomon built the house, and finished it. And he built the walls of the house within with boards of cedar, both the floor of the house and the walls of the ceiling, and he covered them on the inside with wood, and covered the floor of the house with planks of fir. And he built 20 cubits on the sides of the house, both the floor and the walls with boards of cedar, even built them for it within, even for the oracle, even for the most holy place. And the house, that is, the temple before it, was 40 cubits long, and the cedar of the house within was carved with knobs and open flowers. All was cedar. There was no stone seen. And the oracle he prepared in the house within, to set there the ark of the covenant of the Lord. And the oracle in the forepart was 20 cubits in length, and 20 cubits in breadth, and 20 cubits in the height thereof. And he overlaid it with pure gold, and so covered the altar which was of cedar. So Solomon overlaid the house within with pure gold, and he made a partition by the chains of gold before the oracle, and he overlaid it with gold. And the whole house he overlaid with gold until he had finished all the house. Also the whole altar that was by the oracle he overlaid with gold. And within the oracle he made 2 cherubims of olive tree, each 10 cubits high. And 5 cubits was the one wing of the cherub, and 5 cubits the other wing of the cherub, from the uttermost part of the one wing unto the uttermost part of the other.
All right. So, guys, did we see? Did you see? The Muslims, because they are a bunch of ignorant about their religion and about what we believe too, about our book and their book, they come to us with an argument which is destroying Muhammad. Because the Muslims always they claim that anyone have an image, any kind of image is an idol worshipper. But this is Quran. And Sulaiman is obeying the order of God. So in one hand they say that the one who have images, he should not do that. He's committing a great sin against God. In the other hand, we see the Quran saying that God, he ordered Solomon to build the temple in such a way, and he made for him all the genies subdued to him, and they built for him. This is how we see always the ignorance speak for itself, and that's why they don't dare to debate us, because whatever they say, we will spank them. As simple as that. They don't dare. It's a stupid cult. They forgot that everything they have in their book is a theft, and because of that, it's very easy to destroy your theft. I'm not going to talk now about the flying carpet to Sulaiman, as you see here in the verse before it, which is something they stole from the rabbis, not from God. You see, the fool Muhammad, he was listening to a bunch of rabbis, and they have books which is not valid. Stories, fabricated stories. They tell it to their kids. So when you bring me a rabbi, you should know that the rabbi is where Muhammad got the story from, but this is not from the Bible. Where in the Bible it says Sulaiman, he had a flying carpet? Where in the Bible it says Sulaiman, he heard an ant speaking to the other ants? Those are the stories, are not exist in the Bible. Those are the stories of the rabbis. And the stupid Muhammad, he took it, he put it there. I will show you an example of Muhammad the thief. And how the rabbi, they have an impact on him. Muhammad, after start copying from the rabbis, the news, spread all over that Muhammad is just copy whatever we say. So Muhammad, he want to fix it. Muhammad decided to fix it. What he did, look at this. Muhammad was attending a funeral. The messenger of Allah used to stand. Did you see the word used? Guys, focus with me. Do you see the word used? When we say used, what does that mean? It means he do it always this way, right? Used. Do you see the word used? Let me put more arrows for the Muslims, because they like arrows, You see Muslims? Used. He do it over and over and over. Until one day, in funeral time. This is how he prayed for funeral. Okay. How Muhammad learned how to pray in the funeral? Allah taught him, brother. Allah. Okay. Where Muhammad, he taught the Muslim the way to pray? From Allah, brother. From Allah. Allah is the one who taught him. All right. Wonderful. No problem. And then a Jewish guy, he walked by. A learned Jews. Do you know what learned Jews mean? A rabbi. Once passed by and he said, this is how we do it. What? This is how we do it. What Muhammad said? Listen carefully. Muhammad immediately, he said to the Muslim, sit down, act differently. Like, what the heck? I mean, this guy praying all the time, standing. Just because a rabbi, he walked by and he says, this is how we do it. Muhammad, he said, sit down, act differently, because we need to avoid getting busted. I mean, how fast did he wait for Allah to say to him, okay, Muhammad, change it, No, right away, sit down, in a second. So, was the prayer coming from Allah, or the prayer, the way he prayed, it was just a fabrication? He's trying to copy the Jews. What if a Jew, he was walking by and Muhammad was doing poo-poo? And the Jew guy, he said, this is how we do it. What Muhammad will do? He will flip his bum up, and the poo-poo will come like a fountain on top of him. Just because he said, this is how we do it, he changed everything. Even the prayers, the Muslims agree that the one who told Muhammad to pray 5 times, it was by the help of Moses. Allah, he ordered Muhammad 50 times. Moshe, he met Muhammad when he was coming from heaven, and Moshe, he said to him, Habibi Muhammad, tell me what happened, Habibi. Muhammad, he said to him, I would sit with Allah, and he told me to pray 50 times. Moshe, the Jew, he's smart. He said to him, Habibi Muhammad, are you stupid, Muhammad? 50 times, Muhammad. You will not have even time to go to the bathroom, Muhammad. Muhammad, go back to Allah, Muhammad, and ask me for discount. The Jewish people are very good in business. Discount right away. I mean, we're talking about God. If you don't believe me, I can show you that the hadith. It's a very authentic. And then Muhammad, he kept going backward, forward, and each time he talked to Moses, and Moses, go back, you idiot. You cannot do 40, you cannot do 35, you cannot do 30, you cannot do 25, you cannot do 20, you cannot do 16, you cannot do 15, you cannot do, until Allah agree at the end, okay, finally, five prayer. So even that was by the Jews. Reference? Okay, let us show reference, because in Muslim they will say where he gets from. You are right. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Here we go. Reference. The book of Salah. Salah, my brothers, the word Salah does not mean pray. Salah means blessing. You see the book of Salah. Chapter enjoying a Salah and difference reported. Okay, now here we go. And this is Sahih, just for reference. This is Sahih. They cannot say this will be. The Messenger of Allah said, Allah the Mighty Sublime enjoyed 50 prayer upon my ummah. How many? 50. And I came back with it until I passed by Moses, peace be upon him, who said, what has your Lord enjoyed upon your ummah? Even Moses, he speak Arabic, by the way. He say ummah. I mean, come on. Moses, he is an Arab. Hello? Okay. I said, he has enjoyed 50 prayer on them. Musa said to me, go back to your Lord, the Mighty and the Sublime, for your ummah will not be able to do that. I mean, look at this stupid story. Well, this story proved to us that Allah is an idiot and Musa is smart. Moses is correcting Allah. You know, your God, Allah, what you gave you 50 prayer. They cannot do that. Who can do that? 50 prayer a day? If each time you want to prepare for the prayer, you need between 15 to 20 minutes. Just to prepare. How you can pray 50 times? Because remember, the Muslim, they have to do ablution, tatalution, malalution, the Taco Bell stuff. So I went back to my Lord, the Mighty, the Sublime, and he reduced the portion of it. What the heck is that? Are we... What? Like what? What? Then, brother, I came back to Moses. Look, he's going back to Moses because he need to get permission from the Jews. You see, you need to understand that Muhammad here trying to get the approval of the Jews, the rabbi. You see the story here, there's behind the story. It might look funny for you, stupid for you, we agree. But Muhammad have a target. He mentioned this story to tell them that I am approved by Moshe. Yes, brother. And I saw Moshe. And the Jews now, they will say, oh, Moshe, okay. Huh? So we have to agree with you. So Moshe said to him again, go back to your God, you idiot. Your ummah, they are not able to do that. So to make the story short, Muhammad, he go backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, from 50 to 5. Do you see it? Pick up your Skype. Are you a Muslim, Mr. One? The one who's saying his name is One. Are you a Muslim? If you are a Muslim, I will. I am not in my Skype yet. Are you a Muslim? If you are a Muslim, I will open Skype just for you. Are you a Muslim? Do we have any Muslim he dare to call us? You know what? I will open my Skype anyway. Maybe we can get a fish. You never know. Please, brothers and sisters, if you are praying like the Jews, please sit down, act differently. I mean, I keep receiving calls from those Chinese commercial scam. That's it. I blocked them. They kept coming. Okay. All right. My Skype. I'm logging in. If there's any Abdul, he wanna act differently and call me, feel free. You did not say anything about the topic of video. In general, you fake Christian copy everything from the Old Testament. You see, very stupid of you, George, to say we copy everything from the Old Testament because we consider the Old Testament as it is our book. So you're a donkey. Don't call me if you are not a Muslim. Hello? Hello? We have somebody trying to call. Hold on. Hello?
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 Speak normally or I will hang up on you. Speak like an adult.
I want to ask, why are you not debating soccer night?
Okay. It is a block. Anyone will act stupid, we will block you. All right. Only Muslims can call me. Anyone else will call me, I will block you. Is that clear? Any Muslim? So look at this guy. He's saying we copy from the Old Testament, but if you forgot, we accept the Old Testament as it is. So how we can copy, you idiot? How we can copy? Copy what? We have the book as it is. Not a single letter is missing. Dummy. Do we have any Muslim? Only Muslim can call. Why I need to repeat myself? You see, the reason is we don't want to do what the Muslims do. Two Muslims start talking and start bashing Christianity. We don't do that. We want to give the Muslims the chance to answer. So when you call me, you are wasting a chance for somebody else. He's a Muslim. And then when the Muslim, they see that a Muslim cannot answer, then they will leave Islam. But if you call me, say Muhammad is bad, so what I would do with you? What exactly the purpose of this call? All right, let us go back to the topic then, as long as we don't have any Abdul. Somebody is calling. I think the same guy maybe. Hello? 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 Okay, let me block you. Blocking time. Next. All right. Kids. We need adult. So As you see, Muhammad is nothing but a person under the influence of the Jews, trying to copy the Jews and everything, but he is copying their stories, which is fabricated, which is not biblical. You know, many people, they think because somebody is a rabbi, that means he knew what he's talking about. My friend, the Jews, they have books which is disgusting, have nothing to do with the Bible. If you go and read the books which is the Jews they teach in their schools, there's no doubt that this is anti-God books, full of fairy tale stories. All the stories Muhammad he got it from the rabbi books, not from the Bible, not from the book of Moses, not from the book of any prophets, from the rabbis. As an example, all of us, we heard Muslims debate Christians. Why you want to debate Christians? I mean, you have to be mentally ill to be Christian and you want to debate me. Literally. If you are really a Christian, if you are Jehovah's Witnesses, no problem, we can make a program just for you to spank you alone. Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormon, potato, tomato, all is welcome too. But our topic is Islam. Now, if you remember, the story of the punishment of the grave, the torment of the grave. Muhammad never mentioned this story all his life. Until one day, a Jewish woman, she came to Aisha, and she said to her, I seek refuge from the punishment of the grave. Another kid, I think, calling. Yeah, I think this is the same kid. Let us give him a chance. Hello?
Hi.
Yes, my friend, you are live on air. Are you a Muslim? Hello?
Hi.
Are you a Muslim? Okay, Mr. Hi. Mr. Hi. Block. Next. Hi. What is missing to say hi, Hitler? Hi. All right. So we find the story of the punishment of the grave, a great example of Muhammad the thief copying from the Jews everything he have. And he did not even copy the good stories from the Jews. He copied fairy tale stories from the Jews. Let us find the hadith, which is very authentic, and put it for you on the screen. Here we go. A Jewish woman enter into me. Who's talking? Aisha, the child wife of Muhammad. Somebody, he's a Muslim, he is saying this to me. Let us put his answer. Why you don't call me Mr. Mahdi? Sound like you are a smart man. Why you don't call me? The reason Muhammad started seeking refuge from the prayer, from that prayer, was because Jibreel told Muhammad that even Muslims and his wives would be put in trial. Well, let us see if this is true. The story in front of me, my friend. The story in front of me. A Jewish woman entered into me and said, the torment of the grave is because of urine. Like, because of what? Because of urine? Ta-da-dun, ta-da-dun. Ta-da-dun, ta-da-dun. Christian Prince, I know the topic. And then talk about it because I'm eating. So what if you are eating? Don't you drink camel urine in the side of it? I mean, isn't this your favorite drink beside the food? So what the problem? You drink it. Now it's disgusting. You eating, not eating, you have to answer me. How in the world that Allah will punish us because of urine? Get a breath. You are stupid. When the urine touches you, Allah get affected. Okay, what is the connection between urine touching my feet and Allah? Because you get dirty. And if you get dirty, Allah don't like you. But my friend, the urine is inside you anyway, which means you are dirty anyway. Isn't it the urine coming from inside you? What is the difference if it's touch you outside or touching you on inside? All of you inside, Zakir neck full of urine. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Zakir, open your mouth. Zakir, open your... He will not open his mouth. See? I mean, look at this stupid thing. But isn't it the urine coming from inside you? So why Allah will torture you for having the urine touch your, you know, this is what he learned from the Jews. He will torture you. It's not like saying, wash it, be clean. No, no, no. He will torture you. Where? In the grave. Where? In the grave. You are dead now and I will be tortured. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I am dead and I will be tortured. And by the way, as long as you mentioned to me the story that the Muslims don't have pictures, isn't it the same story? It says that the three angels will come to you and they'll ask you first question, who's your God? You say Allah. You are dead now in the grave. And then they will show you a picture of Prophet Muhammad. How are you Muslim? You say we don't have images. Even the angels of Allah, they come to you with images and they ask you, who is this guy? If you say this is Zakir Naik, they will hit you with the hammer. If you say this Prophet Muhammad, you are safe. Let us continue. So a Jewish woman entered into me, and said the torment of the grave is because of urine. I said, Aisha, look, Aisha is smart. I said, you are lying. What? You are lying. Aisha, she might be young, yes, but she is not stupid. I mean, this is stupid. This is literally stupid. And she said to her, no, the Jewish one, she said, no, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. It's true. Oh. No, there's Uzair is not exist. We don't have such a name, my friend. Arabic, Christian, Jewish, doesn't matter. There's no Uzair. Arabic, Christian, Uzair is not Israel. Same time, there's no person in the Jewish, all the Jewish books, including like the traditional books, which have nothing to do with the Bible, have such a name. Don't go there. So, is true. We cut our skin and clothes because of it. The Messenger of Allah, he went out to pray, and our voice became loud. They are fighting. He said, what is this? So I told him what she said, which means the Jewish woman, she said, look what Muhammad said. Right away, because she's a Jewish, Muhammad have to agree. He said, she spoke the truth, and look with me carefully. What Muhammad said? She spoke the truth. And Aisha, she continues saying, after that day, he never offered any prayer, but he said in the following prayer, Rabb Jibreel wa Mikael wa Israfil. Adding mean here, you know, so he start, and by the way, he's adding names which is not in his book. He is copying from the Jews, and later he added them to his book. Mikael wa Jibreel wa Israfil. Okay, what about them? Grant me refuge from the fire and from the torment of the grave. Muhammad never, before that day, he mentioned the torment of the grave. How we knew that? Aisha, she never heard it before. Who's Aisha? Aisha, she's a person who lived with Muhammad 24 hours a day. Muhammad never mentioned, I seek refuge from the torment of the grave. And this is why she was fighting with the Jewish women, because she never heard this before. And she told her, not only this is not true, she said, you are lying. Aisha never heard. The second Muhammad, he heard the Jew saying that, he occupied it, he took it, he put it for him. I think we have a Muslim trying to call. Let us see. Hello? Hello? He hang up. Let me call him back. Yeah. So what you're calling? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my friend, you are live on air. What do you like to say to us about the topic? You are a Muslim?
Yes, I am, alhamdulillah.
All right, what do you want to say to us? Go ahead. Yeah. First of all, you are more than welcome. And first of all, you have a question for me. What about what you are saying? So you have a question right away for me? You don't have an answer?
I have a question for you. Can you tell me what the situation in the grave is in the Christian theology?
You will be dead.
Sorry?
What the situation in the grave, guys, is you will be dead. You will turn into. You will turn.
I'm speaking about the Christian.
Yes, in the Christian belief, we will be dead, and we will return to be a sand, the same as we created from dust to dust. So this is what you will be. You will be dead.
Yeah, sure. Can you explain to me why the Old Testament prophets are in Abraham's bosom, which is actually in Sheol? Can you explain that?
Well, you are jumping from topic to topic now. What do you want?
No. That's actually very relevant, because if we look at the Bible, there's no mention regarding what's happening in the grave. So, can you enlighten us?
No. You see. Okay, you just said there's no mention what will happen in the grave, because simply nothing will happen in the grave because you are dead. Secondly, why you are trying to avoid the question? Did your prophet he learn that? Did your prophet? Okay, hold on. No. Hold on. I'm curious too. Because God he promised us resurrection. So you are going to be resurrected. So you are dead. So when you are dead, I'm explaining. When you are dead, you are dead. And then you stay in your grave as a body, which means you will be dust. And then resurrection will happen, which means the spirit and the body will be resurrected. This is what resurrection means: reuniting to unit the body and the soul. Let me answer. What happened? That happened. You wait until judgment day. Isn't it your prophet? He says, "I will be the first one to be resurrected." So, if you are dead, are you in the grave? Are you in the grave? Are you dead or alive?
I'm curious.
I'm curious too.
There's no mention what's happening.
Yes, because nothing will happen. Because nothing will happen. Because nothing will happen. How many times?
Explain to me why the Old Testament prophets are in Abraham's bosom, which is in Sheol, and Sheol is the Hades. Can you tell me about that?
I don't understand what you are saying. Can you quote for me the verse you are talking about, so we can see what we are talking about? What the verse you are talking about and what it's saying?
I'm speaking about Abraham's bosom.
Doesn't matter. Can you tell me what you are quoting? If you want to say it, if you come to me, I show you a hadith, I show you a verse, I show you Quran, I show you from your books. If you want to have something for me, show it to me. There's anywhere in the Bible speaking about the punishment of the grave. If you can show me that, you are my hero. Go ahead.
I'm speaking about Abraham's bosom.
Doesn't matter. This is a question. This is the question. I'm speaking about Abraham's bosom. My friend, don't fool yourself. I'm asking you a challenge. Can you find me one phrase in the Bible speaking about people will be tortured in the grave? Can you show me that?
Okay, let me find it.
Until you find it, why your prophet he never mentioned the grave prayer until the Jewish woman she came? Hello? Are you there?
Oh, sorry, what did you say? Yeah, what did you say?
Why your prophet never mentioned the torment of the grave until the Jewish women she mentioned it?
You're speaking about the hadith, right, which is on your screen, right?
Yeah, it's Sahih hadith, isn't it?
You see. Can you zoom out?
Yeah, here we go. I will show you the whole hadith, no problem. Aisha, she said, a Jewish woman entered upon me and said, the torment of the grave is because of urine. She said, Aisha, you're lying. What do you say? What happened?
Let me. Can someone send a link of that specific hadith?
My friend, what link? Okay, I will post the link for you, no problem. I will post the link in the chat. But just be sure, please, mute YouTube. Yeah,
it's Hassan. Okay, so it's not Sahih.
Ah, it's Hassan. It's okay. Is it? Okay, what Hassan means? What translate the word Hassan for me. Translate the word Hassan for me.
Hassan means that it has an authentic thing, but it is not. It's not very strong, you know.
Guys, it's authentic thing. It's authentic thing. It's authentic thing. So is it authentic or not?
It's not the strong authentic.
So
that's what Hassan means.
So what does that mean? Are you saying this hadith is a fraud?
No, I'm not saying that.
So what? So why you?
Wait. You're the expert, right? So tell us, what does mawdu' mean? What does da'if mean?
I don't care. All this garbage is.
So you don't care.
No, I don't care. No, I don't care. I don't care. You know, you put it down. Yes, you put it down when you want. You put it up when you want. It is you who wrote it. It's you who translated it. It's you who published it. And it says Hassan, and you are the one who said, don't change the topic. You said it's Hassan. You said it's authentic. So now it's authentic. Yes, your prophet is the one who said it. You know.
Okay, let me read. Okay. Jewish woman entered unto me and said, the torment of the grave is because of urine. I said, you're lying. She said, no, it's true. We cut our skin and clothes because of it. The Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, went out to pray and our voices became loud. He said, what is this? So I told him what she had said. He said, she spoke the truth. After that day, he never offered any prayer, but he said, following the prayer, Rabbi Jibril Mikail wa Israfil, aiding min harri nar wa adhab al-qabr. Lord of Jibril, Mikael, and Israfil, grant me the refuge from the heat of the fire and the torment of the grave.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your problem? What's the issue with the hadith?
Yes, how come you did not answer? I mean, how many times to repeat the question? Why Muhammad never mentioned this until a Jewish woman she came to Aisha?
Let me see. Okay, so you know that some things are taken, you know, from the people of the book, right? Like you take things from the Old Testament, right?
Okay, show me where that we can find the Old Testament. We go back to zero now. You see, Muhammad is a liar because if this is from the Old Testament, show it to me.
Something make a liar.
Okay, well, show it to me then. You see, a Jewish woman, she said that just because she said that Muhammad do not even know how to read the Old Testament. So where it says that in the Old Testament that there's an angel will come to you, my friend, where in the Old Testament it says there's three angels will come to you and they will beat you with the hammer and they will ask you three questions. Who is your God? You say Allah. What is your religion? You say Islam. And then they will show you a picture of Muhammad and they will say, if you don't know him, they will hit you with the hammer. Each time you give a wrong answer, they will hit you with the hammer. Where Muhammad did he get the story from? That is the Old Testament.
Why did he get the story from? Because he's a prophet of God.
But the prophet of God, as you see, the prophet of God, my friend, the prophet of God, the prophet.
You're funny because you're saying you get the three questions. That's true, but you will not speak. Only your heart will speak. You know,
my friend. For example, my friend. I'm asking you. The question is very simple. Muhammad never mentioned this until this Jewish woman she came. He never prayed in such a prayer. He never prayed. You know what prayer mean? Muhammad, he every day he prayed, and Aisha she is witnessing. Aisha she said after that day.
Listen. Yeah. Make these claims. So the burden of proof is on you. So provide them, and I will give you an answer.
It's in front of you. In front of you, it says after the Jewish women, he starts saying that, guys.
Already give you my answer. I said some things were taken. Of course, yeah, no problem, because of the Jews back then. So my question back to you is, you said he's a liar and this and that. So the burden of proof is upon you. Provide them and we'll give him
you are saying to me, find something does not exist in my book. Do you see how silly you are? It's like saying to me, did you see the did you see the dinosaur? You know, did you see the dinosaur? I say I never saw a dinosaur. Says you have to prove that you never saw a dinosaur. Listen. Why Muhammad never pray? Why
about the Lazarus pit?
You have to answer. Okay, you have to answer. Why Muhammad, he never mentioned this prayer as long as it's so important? Because after that day, every single prayer, Muhammad, he mentioned the punishment of the grave. So how come it was not important, never mentioned it, never prayed before until the Jewish woman she came?
I don't get your question. What's your? Can you be more specific?
As long he is praying every time now, after the Jewish woman, she mentioned this story about punishment of the grave. Every time he pray, he say, I seek refuge from Allah, throat made from the grave. Okay, how come he never mentioned this prayer? He wasn't afraid of the grave before? He never heard about it before? If he heard about it, if he knew about it, how come he never made this prayer before?
The prayer for the grave? What?
Yeah.
What kind of prayer? What are you speaking about, man? I don't get your question.
Guys, he did not get my question. Muhammad, he started praying. The hadith says, after that, read with me carefully, after that, he never offered any prayer, but he said the following prayer. Okay, after that, so all those years Muhammad is a prophet. How come not a single time he offers such a prayer, seeking refuge from the punishment of the grave, but now every prayer he mentioned it? What happened? Are you there? Do you need to call a friend? Isn't it obvious Muhammad is a fraud? Bad connection, maybe. Are you there? It says reconnecting. He want me to prove something does not exist. You believe it? Are you there? Let me hang up on him and call him again. Oh, he hung up himself. Do you think he will answer? I don't think he will answer. What do you think? There you see, he have a connection, obviously, and he's not going to answer. Very embarrassing. He's a prophet of God. He knew about it. He never mentioned it before. He never prayed it before. Enter the Jewish woman, she came and she said that. That can't be true. A prophet of God or a fraud? Let me call him one more time. Please wait for your turn. We have to finish with the... Okay. What happened? Let us call him again. He will not answer. Very embarrassing. He's online. That's why it's ringing. Okay, we have a Muslim because he's saying to me, why you lie?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Muslim, how are you? You are a Muslim, right?
Yeah, I have why you lie about the Prophet Muhammad?
Like which one? Which one? Which lie? Because there's many lies.
Like this one.
Which one?
Like this about the punishment of the grave.
Okay, you said I'm lying. How I'm lying? Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you do not show the other narrations which say Jibril came to Muhammad after the Jewish woman came, and Jibril said to Muhammad that even the Muslims and the wives of Muhammad will be put to trial on the grave. So
guys, Jibril, listen. Jibril, he came to Muhammad after the Jewish women. The news came to the Jewish women before Muhammad. He is the prophet. And Jibril, he came after the Jewish women. Okay, hold on.
Listen.
Everybody heard you saying that. Hold on. You just said. Everybody heard you.
Let me finish.
Okay, start from the beginning, please. No. I want you to start from the beginning. Start from the beginning about I lie. Go ahead and repeat the same thing you said.
This is why no Muslim scholar wants to debate you. You interrupt.
So what? Interrupt? You can interrupt me too. It's a crossfire debate, my friend. I'm not hanging up on you. Yeah. So what?
Okay, wait.
Yeah. So what?
So the full story is a Jewish woman came to Aisha and said Aisha would be put to trial on the grave. So Aisha said, "You're lying." So Muhammad entered, and the Jewish woman said, "You will be put to trial on the grave." And Muhammad said to her, "It is you who will be put to trial on the grave, not us." So later, a few days later, Jibril came to Muhammad and said, even the wives and Aisha and Muslims will be put to trial on the grave. He didn't know that, so he became scared. So a couple of days later, at Sunday, he went with the Muslims at a right, and he ordered all the Muslims to start seeking refuge from their prayer.
Okay.
That's it.
I like what you said. Did you say a few days after Jibril came to him?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, did he say, be my witness, few days after Jibril came to him? But look at the hadith, what it's saying. The hadith says, immediately Muhammad said, this is true.
No, but this is not full narration. There's other narrations.
No, this is for narration. Here we go. What do you want? You see that? What?
Oh my God, why you lie?
What do you mean lie? It says in front of you, that Aisha and the woman, they are fighting in the yard. Muhammad, he came out. He said to her right away, this is true. This is not a few days after. He heard their voices. He said, what's happening? Read it. Go ahead.
No. I have the full hadith. The hadith says, another hadith says, Jibril came to Muhammad after... No problem. Wait.
But this is mean that Muhammad is a fraud, because here he says he agreed with the Jewish woman right away.
Wait.
Okay, let me ask you. Maybe you can save your prophet. You can save your prophet here. Your friend, he said, this hadith is Hassan. Is Hassan is good, or maybe it's a fraud?
I know. It's Hassan means it's a fine hadith.
It's a fine hadith. So is it accepted? Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it's good. So what's the problem now?
Because Muhammad said after Jibril came to him that he ordered the Muslims to start.
Exactly. So which one of them is true? A few days after came, or right away Muhammad, he said the answer, this is true. Did he say right away this is true, or a few days after?
Both.
How do you come both? How Muhammad, he say, if Jibril, he came to him few days after this incident happened, how Muhammad, he say right away this is true? How he confirm it? You just say that Jibril came to him a few days after to tell him the story.
Yes, because Jibril informed him before that about the punishment of the grave.
Okay, guys, this is the question. If Jibril informed him before, so why you say a few days after Jibril came to him and told him the story about the punishment of the grave? Secondly, if Jibril came before, okay, hold on. As long Jibril came before, why Muhammad never prayed this prayer before? Why he never prayed?
Muhammad Because Muhammad didn't know that even the Muslims would be put to trial in the grave, and he became terrified.
My friend, but right away he starts saying, read carefully, right away. It's in front of you. I like your love, by the way. You're a joker. So the second you see the Muslim laughing this way, it means there's a lot of pain. It's okay, he's doing delivery. So did he say immediately? Actually, she said, after that day, not a few days after that day, we never saw Muhammad praying except saying this.
But in another hadith it says after Jibril came to him, he said after the day he never offered.
Give me the hadith. Give me the hadith.
Wait, I can't wait. Let me try to find.
Copy the hadith in Arabic. Post a few words from it, not all of it, maybe because YouTube will not allow you. Post some of the few words in Arabic. Do you speak Arabic?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm gonna go search hadith. I'm gonna call you back.
Why? Okay. You can search it and keep talking to me. I don't want to lose you.
Wait.
You are priceless.
You are a scholar, right?
You are priceless. No, I'm not.
Wait.
I'm not a scholar.
You are a scholar, right?
I'm not a scholar. How I can be a scholar? I have to be illiterate, who do not know how to write, how to read. I have to read the word siraj, siraj. You know, I have to skip the word moon. As Mimi Hijab was reading the Quran, he corrupted Quran. He took the whole word moon, and he said siraj, whatever. No, I am not a scholar. You are a scholar.
No, but why do I need to show you hadith if you're a scholar? You know about.
Well, no, I will learn from you. You are the one who mentioned the hadith. I want the hadith from you.
But you are a scholar.
So what?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna find hadith. I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, okay. No, you don't call me back. No. You can talk to me. Enter your search. Use Google. Search Prophet Google. Hello. Let us call the other one until this guy get ready. We have 2 fish. Until now both are smoked. He's hanging up. He's going now. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, what's your name so I know what to call you?
I called you earlier.
Yeah, I know. But what's your name, my friend, so I can call you by your name, if you don't mind?
My name is One.
Your name is One? What does that mean? Your name is One, so your dad, he called you One?
No. My name is One.
Okay, but your name.
One, or is that too difficult for you?
No, okay. What? No, I cannot. It's very hard for me because I don't speak Arabic. So.
But I'm back.
Okay. So what do you want to say to us? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I found the evidence that actually the rabbis also believe that there is a punishment in the grave.
Thank you very much, guys. The rabbi, guys, did you hear it? The rabbis. Again, the rabbis. This is not from the Bible.
Listen, no. You wanted proof because this woman, Jewish woman, right, was a Jew, right?
Right.
Or was she not a Jew?
Yeah.
Tell me.
She's a
Jew, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you want proof, right? Okay. I will read what I found. Okay.
I know what you find. This is not from the Old Testament, my friend.
But this is from the Talmud, which is...
Thank you very much. The rabbi, the book of the devil, the Talmud. They believe that the spirit will be tortured. First of all, even their, hold on. Let me tell you before you read it what it says. Hold on. Let me show you.
Do you deny the church fathers?
Listen. No, none of the church fathers they say that. Don't stop lying. Stop lying. Now I'm asking you. Do you Muslim approve the Talmud? Do you Muslim approve the Talmud?
The existence or taken from the church fathers. So my question back to you is: do you take from the church fathers?
Let us go with the Talmud first. Do you approve the Talmud? And then we'll go to the church father.
Do you take from the church fathers?
We will take, no problem. But I'm asking you now. Do you accept the Talmud?
You.
Do you accept? Do you accept? Do you accept the Talmud?
No.
Do you accept the Talmud? Yes or no? So you admitted that your prophet is stealing from the Talmud, the book of the devil.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he was taking, learning from the Jewish woman.
So why you are quoting for me? Why you are quoting for me? Why you are quoting for me?
Actually, also the Prophet.
Listen.
You know.
So you agree with me? So
Christians are not doing. You are literally, denying or not taking from the Old Testament anymore. My question back to you is: do you take from the church fathers? Yes or no?
Sure, we take. Go ahead. Show me. Show me. Okay, show me. No, show me, guys. He want to show me from the church father where it says that two angels will come to you in the grave and they will hit you with the hammer. Go ahead.
He does not take from the church fathers.
Go ahead. Show me. Go ahead. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'm back. Okay. Okay. The punishment of Qura. Once a Bedouin came to Rabba Bar Hannah and offered to show him where Korah and his followers.
What is it? What Rabba? What are you reading? What are you reading?
I'm reading part of the Talmud.
Just stupid idiot. He said the church father. The Talmud is the church father, you donkey. The Talmud is the church father. Okay. Okay, I'm asking you. So you are saying now that agreeing that your prophet is taken from the Talmud, correct?
According to the hadith you provided.
Yes.
Tell me, what can you take from the hadith?
I'm asking you. Right? I'm taking from the hadith that Muhammad, he learned that from the Jews. This is my point. Muhammad is a thief. He learned that from the Jews. But this is not approved. Even in Judaism, not every Jew agree with the Talmud. The Talmud is a book of rabbis. It's the same as, right now I can make a book. Anyone who is a rabbi, he write in it. So I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Is the Talmud is a book of God in Islam?
Again, I'm rephrasing. You told me get proof from Judaism, and here's proof.
But you are proving my point. You are proving my point. My point was that Muhammad, he stole that from the rabbis, from the Jews. He is a thief and he is a stupid because he stole something stupid from them.
Crazy, man. Like, seriously, that's why, listen, guys, the audience of this guy, that's why scholars do not want to debate this guy, because he's very rude and a big liar and a deceptive one.
Okay, hold on. Why I'm rude? Why I'm rude? And why I'm deceiving? Isn't it you who called me? Isn't it you who quote from me the Talmud? Isn't it you who quote the Talmud? Okay, I'm asking you. Do Muhammad approve the Talmud? Listen. Listen. You are a potato. You are going to hang up or whatever. Okay, then answer. Then answer. Then be a man. Don't change the topic. Don't change the topic, you coward.
Which means you're part of the polytheists, yeah?
Don't change the topic. Don't change the topic. Do you approve the Talmud? Do Muhammad approve the Talmud? Do Muhammad approve the Talmud?
Every Jew.
I'm asking you, do Muhammad approve the Talmud? Do Muhammad approve the Talmud? Why you don't want to answer? Because no, he don't. So why he copy from the Talmud?
Catholic, you're a heretic. So imagine.
Let us see who's a heretic. Heretic is the one who don't follow the book of God. It is you who said, listen.
From the church fathers.
What church father? Those are Jews, you idiot, and this is not even the book of God. Even the Jews don't consider it as the book of God, you donkey. So you are quoting for me a book even Islam don't approve. Do you Muslim approve the Talmud? Say yes.
Heretic polytheist.
Be a man and say yes. Do you approve the Talmud? Because we can quote for you from the Talmud things things will make Allah look like stupid. Do you agree? Do you agree with the Talmud? Yes or no? Do you approve the Talmud? So you're a prophet. He copied from the Talmud a book of the devil.
It's everyone who is watching the stream to study on your own, because this guy is a very big liar. And thank you.
Thank you. Are you going to run away? Coward. The prophet was quoting the Talmud. Guys, isn't this what he said? Muhammad is copying the Jews. He got busted. This is why when the Jew said to him, this is how we do it, a rabbi Jew, he said to him, this is how we do it. But Muhammad said, sit down, act differently. And this guy, he want to prove to us that I'm wrong. So what he did, he went to the book of the Jews, which is the rabbi books, not book of God. And those people, they believe that when a person is buried, then he will be tortured, his spirit will be tortured, not his body, for 7 days. This guy is an idiot. This is not the book of God. This is fiction stories. Many of the Jews don't believe in them. So how Muhammad he copy and he carry it, and where he got it from? Now we knew where he got it from. And this is why it says here, a Jewish woman, she said, and the other friend of yours, he was stupid, he said, this is the Hassan is not accepted. Well, I can show you the same hadith from Sahih Bukhari. The same exact hadith. But I was, I prepared a surprise like for them for later. So they argue this is the Eve, did not accept. This is Sahih Bukhari. 1372, very Sahih. So what you did, you help us to prove that Muhammad is a fraud, because Muhammad, he never said that prayer before. The other guy, he said, and he said he want to find me the hadith. We're waiting for it. An angel came to him after a few days, what he said. So why Muhammad said right away this is true? After the Jewish woman, she said the story. And after that, he never prayed without seeing it. And the coward, he hung up because it's very embarrassment. Do you approve the Talmud? Do you Muslim approve the Talmud? Why? Then why the Quran did not mention it? The Quran says Allah, he gave Moses the Torah. What is the Talmud? Coward. You just to prove to us that Muhammad is not following the book of God, following a book of fairy tale stories and fictions and evil. It's called Talmud. And why you hang up? Shame on you. Don't you want Allah to defend you? Somebody saying he have evidence from the Old Testament. Okay, Ahmed. Let us see Ahmed. Yes, Mr. Ahmed, go ahead.
My name's Duke Nukem.
What? This is a recording?
My name's Duke Nukem.
Okay, get lost. Who is a brave Muslim? He can explain to us how Muhammad is the biggest thief in history. He stole all the fairy tale stories of the Jews, he put it in the book, and he considered that holy from God. And the proof is my witness. Here we go. A Muslim, he called us and he said he found the story in the Torah. But by the way, not the same story in the Talmud. The Talmud doesn't say that. Muhammad, he added more spice. As an example here, in different hadith, Muhammad, he said, there's 2 angels will come to you, which I find very hilarious. Actually, I wish I can make a cartoon about it. Here we go. So when a person he die, the angel of death will come. Guys, can you read the text? Actually, I challenge any Muslim to read this hadith for me and to tell me how in the world this became part of Islam. And how in the world you Muslim believe in such a garbage. That you are dead and now an angel of death will come to you. Look at this. Then the angel of death comes and sits on his head and says, good soul, come out for forgiveness and accept from God. It then comes as a drop of a flows from the water skin, and he sighs it. Oh, the soul became water. Ooh. You will be steamed, my friend. Allah will steam you, and then your soul will become a water, and then he does so. So he don't leave in this hand and for an instant, okay? And then let us see where it come to him, the angels to question him. Now, hold on. Because this is the hilarious part of the story. Let me be sure that this is the exact hadith I'm looking for. Here we go. Guys, read with me. If any one of you please know how to make cartoon, do me a favor and make a cartoon. I will pause the hadith for you. Look at this. The angels will come to him. Two angels. You are dead. You are dead. Your soul will be restored to you in the grave, but you are dead. Two angels will come to him and make him sit. I will sit. They will sit, and they will say to him, "Who is your Lord?" He will reply, "Allah's." Allah's. Allah name became Allah's. What? The Muslims, what is that? Allah's, Allah's. I do not know. Like what? He don't know. And they would ask him the second question. What is your religion? He replies, Allah's, Allah's. I do not know. They ask, who is this man who was sent among you? He will reply, between Muhammad, they will show him a picture of Muhammad. He will say, Allah's, Allah's, I do not know. Then one carries from heaven, and he has lied, cries from heaven, and he has lied. The voice coming from heaven, that's Allah. He has lied. Okay. So spread out carpet from hell for him and open the gate. I mean, how the guy did lie? He said, I don't know, you idiot. How he did lie? Guys, does anyone here have a brain? The guy, you ask him 3 questions, he said, I don't know. An atheist, he don't believe in God, he don't know God. So how he did lie? He never saw Muhammad, how he did lie? What is the name of your God? He don't know what the name of his God, because he don't worship God. How he don't? Okay. And then open the gate for him into hell. And some of its heat and hot air come to him in the grave. In the grave. And made marrow for him, so that his ribs are pressed together. This is why Muhammad, he slept with Fatima bint Asad, the mother of Ali. And she was totally naked. And the excuse is not because she is so beautiful and he is a perverted man, but because he want to make the pressure of the grave less on her. So if Muhammad is sleep with a woman, the grave will not press her. She became a believer now after death. And the man with an ugly face, ugly garment, and offensive odor come to him. Offensive odor. He ate garlic. Let us see. We have somebody is calling. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I sent you a hadith.
Mute you too, my friend. Pause the hadith in the chat, not in Skype, if you don't mind.
But I sent a reference of Sahih Muslim.
Okay, Sahih Muslim. It says Sahih Muslim 584. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah.
Sahih Muslim, because those numbers, by the way, they are not accurate to the Arabic. Sahih Muslim 584. Okay, let's see. So all the same hadith are the same hadith, like the numbers you are giving me. This is one hadith, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will put it for you in the screen, and I want you to read it for us. Is that okay?
Let me see.
Yeah, let me wait for you. Give me a second. And now you cannot deny the hadith, right? Because this is your choice. You went to look for it and etc. Okay, here we go. This is the hadith you mentioned to me. Let us see. Sahih Muslim. Okay, for some reason.
The punishment of the grave is also in Qur'an.
Hold on. I'm just trying to put the hadith you quote for me. Let me put it for you on the screen. Give me a second. Okay, Sahih Muslim, here we go. This is the hadith of your choice, my friend. Let me put the number on the screen so you can see and you confirm that this is the one you choose. Is that the one you choose?
Oh, of course not.
No, it says in your Skype 584 Sahih Muslim.
What you have is Sunan Abi Dawud.
My friend, isn't it you on your Skype? You said to me Sahih Muslim, hadith number.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is Sahih Muslim. Read the hadith for us.
No, you read it.
No, you read it. My English is funny. I'm bad in Arabic, bad in English, and bad in Sanskrit. You read it for us. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. The Prophet entered my house when a Jewish was with me, and she was saying, "Do you know that you would be put to trial in the grave?" The Messenger of Allah trembled on hearing this and said, "It is the Jews only who will be put to trial in the grave." Aisha said, "We passed some nights, and then the Messenger of Allah said, 'Do you know that it has been revealed to me you would be put to trial in the grave?' Aisha said, "I heard the Messenger of Allah seeking refuge from the torment of the prayer after this."
So you went all this time to give me a hadith to prove my point? You just to prove to me.
No,
yeah, you proved to me exactly. This is the same hadith I was reading, but different book. This is Sahih Muslim. I was reading from different book and from Sahih Bukhari. Now you are quoting me Sahih Muslim, but the same story. A Jewish woman, she entered and she said to him, "You are going to be tortured in the grave." The message of Allah trembled. He trembled. Actually, the hadith you are giving me now is more terrifying. Yeah, laugh more. I want to laugh, guys. So Muhammad, he never heard this before. The hadith here proving that Muhammad never heard this before because he trembled of hearing this. Do you see it?
Okay, what if I show you Quran before this hadith?
Hold on. You are the one who quote this hadith for me to prove me wrong or to prove me right. Are you sure you are not paid by Christian prince? Because Muslims, they say those who leave Islam is paid by Christian prince. Christian prince, he give them 5 hamburgers. Did he give you any hamburgers? Did I give you any hamburgers? Be honest with me. There's a guy, his name is Muslim programmer. The Muslim accused him that I gave him a new shoe and this is why he left Islam. This is the reason. Did I give you any new shoe?
No.
Okay, so why you are quoting for me a hadith to prove me even better? Thank you for reminding me about this hadith. Okay, so now what we have, Muhammad never heard before, and the proof in front of you, he trembled upon hearing this. He never heard before.
No, he trembled at the Jewish statement.
Yes, and because he asked her, he said, is it only the Jews would be to put in trial? He's not sure.
He said the Jews would only be put to trial in the grave.
Huh?
He said only the Jews would be...
No, he's asking a question. He's asking a question. It is only the Jews who will be put in trial, right? And then Aisha, she said, we pass some... Okay, hold on. You are saying now, Muhammad, he's saying only the Jews will put in the trial? Are you saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, so why Muhammad is fearing the punishment of the grave? It's only the Jews.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. If only the Jews are going to be, first of all, why he trembled for this? Secondly, why he said, if you are saying to me that he meant here that only the Jews will go and be put into trial in the grave. So why he is seeking refuge from Allah in the grave? He's not a Jew, is he?
I can't follow you, my friend.
What?
What's wrong with you?
It's you who said that to me.
What's wrong with
it's
you?
only the Jews who will put into trial. Is this what you are saying?
No. Why you lie about the Prophet Muhammad? Why?
What do you mean lying? It's you. This is your hadith. It says here and said it is the Jews only would put into the trial Aisha said, okay, so why Muhammad is asking Allah refuge from the grave, the punishment of the grave is only Jews they will put in trial?
Because Jibreel said to him that even the Muslims would be put to trial in the grave.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. So Jibreel, he said to him later that the Jews, not only the Jews, even you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, where's the hadith about Jibreel? He told him that.
What?
Where's the hadith? You went to bring me the hadith so we can laugh more.
Muhammad ordered the Muslims to...
No, where's Jibreel? Where's Jibreel? Later he told him. Where's the hadith about Jibreel? Later told him.
It says that. It has been revealed to me.
Where? Okay, hold on. You see, you are helping me. Oh, guys, do you see what it says here? Do you know that it has been revealed to me. But he just said that only the Jews will be put into trial. It was revealed to me.
Yeah, it has been revealed that even
okay, if it's revealed to him, that means Jibreel, he did not tell him that. Jibreel, he told him only the Jews.
No.
What no?
Jibreel told Muhammad about the punishment of the grave.
No, hold on. This is in the same second, the same moment, the same time. The same time.
No, it is.
Hold on. Let us read the story. Let us read the story. Okay, read with me. The prophet entered my house. So he what? Entered the house. A Jewish woman was there. So this is happening in that moment. The Jewish woman is still there. Do you know, the Jewish woman, she said, do you know that you would
it says we passed some nights and then
hold on. What passed some night? Let's read together. He entered into my house and the Jews was with me and was saying, do you know that you would be into trial in the grave? The messenger of Allah trembled of hearing this and said, it is the Jew only who would be in the trial. Aisha, she said, let's continue. And we passed some nights, and then the messenger of Allah said, do you know it has been revealed to me? Let us compare. This is the hadith. It says, he said right away, it is true. Do you see it?
Yeah, that's because
okay, which one is true?
Said to him before.
Hold on. No, you are the one who gave me hadith, and you are the one who reminded me. It says, few nights pass. Is it you who laughed and said, few nights pass? Did you laugh when you said a few nights pass? So how a few nights pass, and now he says, no, it's true.
Okay, Muhammad is a human being. Whatever he says,
I'm not saying he's a camel. Who cares if he's a... we know he's not a camel. This is the question. Does it say he said it's true right away? And the hadith you gave me, it says only the Jews.
Well, he's a human being.
So are you saying he was are you saying he was lying when he said it's true without knowledge?
No, you are lying.
So why he's saying it's true right away? You see, in the hadith you gave me, few nights pass, and then it was revealed to me, correct? You're the one who remind me of it. Thank you very much.
My friend.
But the hadith, and this is the same in Sahih Bukhari. Let us open Sahih Bukhari. Here we go. This is Sahih Bukhari, which Muslim they worship. Sahih Bukhari says, I like it when you laugh. It's like a hooker house. Go ahead. Here we go. Is that a Sahih Bukhari? Read carefully. A Jewish Aisha, she said, a Jewish come to her and mentioned the punishment of the grave, saying to her, may Allah protect you from the punishment of the grave. Aisha then asked Allah Messenger about the punishment of the grave. He said, yes, there is a punishment in the grave. Do you see it?
Okay, so?
Okay. So you agree right away.
No, but that's one narration. You just don't take one narration.
My friend, I'm showing you all the narration, the one you gave me, the one in Bukhari, and the one in the other book. All of them, they are saying that Muhammad, he agree right away. This is Sunan Nasa'i.
What's your point?
And my point is, he agree right away. He is copying the Jews. Before the Jewish women, she mentioned that story.
But
before the Jewish women mentioned the story. Okay, let me ask you. From all the narration you have, did you see anywhere Muhammad, he mentioned ever? As long as you are saying that Jibreel, he mentioned to him the punishment of the grave. Why Muhammad never mentioned until the Jewish woman, she came?
Okay, what if I show you from Quran before?
No problem. Show me from Quran before.
There's in Quran saying that before Allah says, for example, we will punish the non-believer 2 times before he will be resurrected. I think.
No problem. Show me from the Quran.
One time in this world, and one time in the barzakh.
My friend, you just brought a big problem now to your God. Go ahead.
Why?
Yeah.
But
because
you know what will happen?
In the Quran it says that Allah will make you blind in the judgment day, not in the grave.
What the hell does this have to do with this?
Well, this is what the Quran is saying. Allah will start torturing you after the resurrection, Yawm al-Hashr, not when you are in the grave. Chapter 20, verse number 24. Okay, show me from the Quran. Show me from the Quran. Show me from the Quran. Here we go. Is that Quran? Chapter 20, verse 124. It says Allah will gather all of those kuffar in the judgment day. He will rise them up and he will make them blind.
Wait. That's the main punishment. That's hellfire.
No, this is before hellfire. This is in the day of resurrection. This is not hellfire yet.
No, but there's two punishments before someone will be brought.
No problem. Does it say here, chapter 20, verse 124, Allah will punish you in the judgment day. Start torturing you by making you narrow down in your life, and He will make you blind. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right.
No,
okay.
Read it correctly.
I'm reading it correctly. Read it correctly. You go ahead. You read it. Go ahead.
Wait. Do you know what will happen to you in the grave?
In the grave, yes. Two angels will come to you and they will ask you 3 questions. Yeah. And then each time you answer the question wrong, they will hit you with the hammer. Is that correct?
Yeah, but a dragon will come to you with
a dragon. Yes, a dragon. He have how many head he have? How many head he have?
He has 90 heads, and each head is like a snake head, and they will eat your flesh.
So he have 99 heads. Hold on, he have 99 heads. Each head have 7 heads. Yeah. The total is what?
They have heads of snakes.
No problem.
Eat you up.
So 99 heads, like Allah, and each head have 7 heads.
Wait,
what is the total?
So what are you calling my God Satan?
I'm not saying anything. You are the one who mentioned the story. So on what they will do, they will go inside your anus. Is that correct? So you have 99 dragons. Each one of them have have 7 heads. I can show you. You want to challenge me?
You are so inappropriate, sir.
No,
it's not good.
Okay, hold on, guys. So if I say anus is not appropriate, are you sure?
Listen, are you going to show me fudge?
No, I will show you. I will show you that your God Allah. I will show you that your God Allah, He will insert in your anus a chain of 77 cubit from the Quran. Do you accept the challenge? Hello? Hello? You want to play dead? Chapter 69, verse number 32. Furthermore, make him march in a chain. Djupet translation. What march in a chain? It says asliku. Insert in him. Where? In his anus. What happened to this guy? He died? Did he hang up? He hang up. Okay, we have another Muslim trying to call. He don't want to answer. Yes, my friend. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it true that Allah will insert in your anus a very huge chain of iron?
Yeah, but it doesn't say anus there.
Okay, where it says anus then?
In the tafsir.
In the tafsir, but you said this is not proper yet.
What's your point?
My point is, your God is not proper yet, because you said to me, it is rude, it's not proper yet to say the word anus, shame on you. So it's okay for Allah to insert inside your anus chain. It's not appropriate for me to use the word anus. I was mentioning what it says. The 99 dragons you said to me, they will go inside your anus. And this is why you Muslim Sunni, when somebody died, isn't it true? When a Muslim Sunni die, you put a piece of cotton inside his anus and you push it so hard? Yes or no?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
Well, you are not a Muslim Sunni?
Yes, I am. But,
okay, so give me the reason why you put a lot of cotton in his anus and you push it with a stick until it's so stiff. Why? Because you believe that 99 dragons will go inside his anus, and you believe if you read Quran that will protect your anus.
Are you smoking hashish?
Oh, I can show you videos from YouTube, from your Muslims. Explain it. Guys, there's a guy, he made a video.
My friend.
A Muslim Pakistani guy from Pakistan, he made a video about the punishment of the grave. You can watch it, and he said if you read Quran, that will protect you from the bomb. Do you want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it.
Okay, so now I'm asking you. Are you going
Wait,
to, so you are saying to me, I'm happy that you agree with me, that Allah will insert inside your anus a big chain. How big the chain is?
70 cubits.
How big it is? How big is your anus? How you can insert 70 cubit inside an anus of a man?
Yeah, but Muhammad said that the size of a person in hellfire, his teeth, for example, will be like a mountain or something.
So Allah will extend the size of your anus.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
What's wrong with you?
You are the one who said to me, so the anus will be big, but let me tell you something, my friend. You're a prophet, and the tafsir, you're the one who mentioned in the tafsir. According to you Muslims, the iron size or the chain size, each drop of it is in the size of every ring of it, to be accurate. Every ring of it is in the size of all iron in the world. How much iron we have in the world?
I don't know.
Okay, so how even if Allah, he make you 90 mile tall, the women, the man, he will be 90 mile tall, and the women will be 30 mile tall, but yet you are 1 meter wide or 60 centimeter wide. You will look like a snake, like a worm, which is very funny.
No,
okay, no, hold on. So how big the iron ring of each one of those will be? Do you know?
You said of all iron in the world.
Okay, I want you to read for me in the screen.
Wait, can we go to verse 46 about aorta?
We will go. I mean, we have time. Me and you, we are having fun. You know, Allah will bless you, my friend. You are defending Islam, and you will get, you know, you are protected from this, your anus. By doing this now, your anus is safe. Come on. So, then fasten him on a chain, wherefore the length of 70 cubit. Ka'b al-Ahwar said, every ring, it will be equal to the entire amount of iron found in this world. Every ring. All of this will be in the anus of a guy.
I don't care what people say. They have to have proof for that.
Well, I'm showing the proof in front of you. This is your books. This is Ibn Kathir.
Yeah, but he's not my prophet. That the guy who said that.
Okay. So do you have a proof? Do you have a proof when you're a prophet? He says 2 angels will come to you and they will hit you in the hammer on your head.
Yes.
Where? Have you ever go to a grave? Okay, so how come those in the university, they have a skull of a human being who's dead for 1,000 years or maybe more, and yet the hammers did not hit them yet, and they are kuffar?
No, but this is the spiritual world.
What spiritual world? Your prophet, he says they will hit him with the hammer in his head and they will split it to pieces.
This is the spiritual world.
What spiritual world? They will hit him with the hammer. Is the hammer is real or not?
Yes.
Okay.
It is like a Thor. It is a Thor hammer.
All right. So it's like a Thor hammer, guys. It's a Thor hammer. Wonderful. So when he hit him with the Thor hammer, and he is going to be 2 pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how come we could not find one? And by the way, why 2 pieces? Is it a watermelon? I mean, if you hit it with a hammer, you will smash it. It's a Thor hammer, but they make it 2 pieces?
Yes, your skull will break.
No, if you hit the skull with the hammer, you will make a hole in the location of the hammer. That's it. Otherwise, the hammer, if it's so big, then you will smash the whole hammer. You cannot make it unless it's an ox. How you can make it 2 pieces?
I don't know what this hammer is like.
Okay. Let me ask you then. Those do you know the description of those angels?
I think I read something about their voices are like thunder or something. They will be very black and very ugly, something like that.
Very black, very ugly.
Yeah. With long hair and stuff.
So if you are black, you are ugly in Islam, correct?
Oh my God! Why you say that? Why you are racist?
You are the one. I am the one who said that. Guys, I am the one who said that. It is you who said they are very black, very ugly.
Oh, it's black and in darkness, not in brown.
Okay. Let us read together.
But my friend, can we go to verse?
We are going to go. It is you who said very ugly, very black. It's you, not me. You know, I always defend that there's racism is from the devil. God, he made us children of Adam and Eve, all of us. So your prophet, he teach you that, and you agree, and you just said that. Now, let's read with me carefully.
No.
Read with me carefully. There's two angels will come to you, and you are the one who mentioned to me that they have a special description. Okay. The Messenger of Allah said, when the deceased, or he said, when you of you is buried, two angels, black and blue. Black and blue.
Blue angels.
Okay, so no, not the blue angel. No. He is going to be black. His eyes is blue. And then they will come to you. One of them, his name is Nakir, Munkar, and the other one is Nakir. They say, what did you used to say to this man? So he says, what he used to say before death. He is Allah's slave and his messenger. I testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and that Muhammad is his slave. All of this, and you are dead in the grave. All of this conversation, and you are dead. All right? Okay.
No, but you will be going to the barzakh. It's going to be a different world.
You are in the grave still, my friend. This is that. It's called the torment of the grave. You are in the grave, not different world. Okay.
Yeah, but Muhammad said if
okay. That's no problem.
It's going to be
no, okay, then
the question
now
correctly,
and then
his grave will be open
all right.
for him.
So this is the question. A Muslim, he answered, so he passed. Now, if it's not a Muslim, look what we'll say. Read carefully. Because you're a Muslim and you answer the correct answer, he says his grave will expand to 70 by 70 cubit. I like big grave. I like it. You know, we can play a bing bong, you know, bigger grave. Okay. Then it will be illuminated for him. I will have LED in my grave, alhamdulillah. LED. The guy is dead, illuminated for him. Okay, no problem. Then it says to him, sleep. Sleep. The guy is dead. Sleep. So why it's illuminated if it's going to sleep anyway? Let it go. Then he said, can I return to my family? Inform them. The guy, when I go to his family, can I go to my wife and my children, inform them that I have a nice grave? They will say to him, sleep as no with whom none awake, but the dearest of his family. Okay. Then until Allah resurrect him. Okay. But if he was a hypocrite, look what will happen. If until Allah resurrect him, and then he says, but if he was a hypocrite, he would say, I heard people saying something, so I said the same. I do not know. So they say, we do not know. You would say that. So the earth is told, constrict him. So constrict him. And squeeze him, squeeze his ribs. And his ribs together will be continue being punished, like until a day of resurrection. But let me find the hadith where they hit him with the hammer. I mean, guys, here, by the way, do you notice that Muhammad is a big fraud? I want to ask this gentleman, why in this hadith Muhammad did not mention the hammer beating? Do you know?
There's two options. Either a person will have a lot of punishments, or either a person will have a punishment.
No. He mentioned everything. Guys, two options. He said there's two options. No, he said what will happen to the Muslim, what will happen to the. In the other hadith, Muhammad, he mentioned two hammers.
Wait, Habibi, wait. Allah said every person will be punished according to his sins. Some will be punished heavier, and some will be punished lightly.
Okay, well, but he explained how.
Yeah, but this is for some people, or one person will get all these punishments.
So okay, but where is the hammer? What happened in this story to the hammer? Why I cannot find the hammer?
I just explained. What's wrong?
No. He said, if you are a hypocrite, listen carefully. If he was a hypocrite, he would say, those are the second part. There's two kinds of people, believer and the hypocrite. Okay, what will happen to them? Allah will do this. So how come in different hadith, Muhammad, he mentioned a hammer? Is that an addition?
Yeah, but there's one hadith where Muhammad mentioned all these punishments together.
Ah, that's what I'm saying. How come Muhammad, he don't mention the story repeatedly, twice correctly?
He's a human being, he's not God.
So Muhammad is not a God, he is a human being. So here he was misquoting what would happen.
What are you talking about?
Well, you just said to me he's a human being. As an answer for what? As an answer for not telling the truth, because this is not what will happen.
No, Jibreel told him all this information correctly.
Okay, how come he don't see it? Here we go. Read carefully.
Listen, my friend,
in this hadith, it says that Allah will bury you blind and dumb, and then He will place in the in a charge of Him having sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. I like sledgehammer. My favorite tool is a sledgehammer. Trust me, I play with it. I love it. So angels, they are going to Home Depot, and they will bring a sledgehammer, and they will beat you in the grave. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Of course. Okay, so how come we don't find one infidel, his head is smashed by a sledgehammer?
This is the spiritual world. This is the barzakh.
My friend, what the special world? You are in the grave now. You are not in a different place.
Yeah, barzakh.
What barzakh? What barzakh? You know what barzakh? What barzakh? Do you know what barzakh mean?
Yeah, it's a barrier.
Barrier. What barrier? What does that mean?
My friend, you are a scholar. You should know this.
Barzakh is a piece of... Listen, a barzakh is a piece of land between two water. Piece of land between two water.
About?
Yes, that's what barzakh mean. You don't know?
No, but barzakh doesn't mean that. It's
okay, let's go to the Quran. Okay, oh, there we go. Yeah, we will...
Listen. Barzakh is a Persian word.
Ah, it's a Persian word. So why the Quran says we made the Quran pure Arabic?
Because now, in the classical way, it was in Arabic, but in a modern way, we don't know. If you ask any Arab what barzakh means, they don't know.
Ah, but the Quran says that at that time, say this is a pure Arabic Quran. So you just admitted that this is not an Arabic word. Thank you very much. But here we notice... Hold on. Do you remember the Muslim, they make videos saying that the salty water and the fresh water, they don't mix?
I don't care.
Okay, between them, what is between them? A barzakh, correct? What barzakh is? A piece of land.
My friend.
So Muslims are lying again. Okay, so listen. So you are saying to me what we learned from you, that you're a prophet, he cannot repeat the story twice. Once he said they will hit him with the hammer. Other place he said different story. Muhammad, he learned that from the Jews. Your friend, he called us and he quote for us a story is coming from the Talmud. And all of you are Muslims, are helping us to prove that Muhammad is a fraud. Copying fiction stories from other religions.
What's your point?
My point. I just said my point. You have an answer? Muhammad is a thief, copying his stupid books. Okay, if I asked you about Zulqarnain, who is this guy Zulqarnain?
Oh my God, can we please go to verse 46? I beg you, please.
Verse 46? What 46? What chapter?
Yeah,
what chapter?
45, about the aorta. You said Muhammad is a false prophet because of that.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to talk about? Go ahead.
Yeah, that verse is actually talking about the Judgment Day.
Ah, about Judgment Day?
Yeah, because it says, in the verse before it, it says, Allah will order the angels to seize the non-believers, and verses after say, if Muhammad was a liar, then we would seize him, then, meaning the angels will seize him, then they will cut his aorta.
Okay, so you are adding word now. I didn't see the word angels. Do you see the word angels?
Listen, my friend, go to the context.
What context? I read the context. Go ahead. Show me the angels.
Wait. Go a little bit above. Go to verse 30,
okay.
I think.
Okay, here we go. I go to the, okay.
But it says, we will seize him, then we will cut his aorta.
Okay, and?
So the angels will seize him.
Who is the one who says we will? We will. Allah or the angels saying that?
Allah said, the word we means Allah and the angels.
Okay, look what you just helped me with now. You just helped me saying that if Muhammad is a liar, Allah will insert in his anus, is this a huge chain? Correct?
On Judgment Day.
Okay. No, where it says Judgment Day?
Listen, go to verse 30.
Verse what? 30? Okay, here we go. This is this is verse 30. Okay. You know, the funny is, a second ago you were telling me that when you die, there is a punishment of the grave, and now you are saying to me in Judgment Day, you are contradicting yourself. So do you Muslim believe the torture will start from the grave or from the Judgment Day?
Wait, go to verse 30.
I am in verse number 30.
No, it's 31. Okay, it says, seize him. Same in verse 45.
It says take him and fatter him.
Read the Arabic.
What's wrong with you? خذوه فغلوه. Take him and handcuff him. Tie him up.
It's a season. Read Arabic. Oh my God, why you lie? It's the same Arabic in verse 45. Seize him, then we will cut his aorta. Something the angels will do.
Okay, what? You keep jumping like a monkey from place to place. You say to me 30, and then you say 35. What do you want? 35? Here we go.
No, I did 30. I did 30.
What do you want? 30? Hey, I just read 30 for you. It says take him and fatter him.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, seize him and fatter him. Why you lie? You want to go to the dictionary?
I am lying. This is your translation.
My friend, I don't read English translations.
Okay. What is the faghlu? What does that mean?
My friend, go to verse 4.
What faghlu mean? What faghlu mean? Go ahead.
Go to verse 25, baby.
Don't call me Habibi. This is gay language. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Faghlu. So what faghlu mean?
Go to the dictionary.
Here we go.
One of us is a liar.
The Muslim translate. It means to fatter him, to tie him up.
My friend, this is the same in the verse 45.
No problem. Which translation you accept?
So,
okay, hold on. In front of everybody.
my friend, I don't read
What translation you accept? So all Muslim translation are lying?
No, but I am an Arab. I read the Arabic. I don't read translation.
You are an Arab? You are an Arab. Are you sure?
No, I'm from China, man. I'm sorry.
Well, not I, because you are an Arab. So that's a privilege to be an Arab. So what if you're an Arab? So you're an Arab. You do not know faghlu mean. Okay, if we go right now to Ibn Kathir interpretation, is he going to say the same or not? As I'm saying.
Oh my God, this guy, he relies on translation.
Listen.
Oh
Okay, what the word mean? Tell me what the word mean. Faghlu.
Just
Okay.
go to verse 45.
Okay, tell me what the here, number 30. What the word mean? Go ahead.
Huh?
What the word mean? Translate to us.
Go to dictionary.
I will not go to dictionary because you are my dictionary now. You are an Arab. I am, I'm black, blonde, African American from Japan. So you tell me what the word mean.
No, I am a liar.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Liar. Now translate for me the word. That will not make you escape from giving me the meaning. You wasted my time. You are stupid. You are stupid. You are dummy. And look, you mentioned that I am the one who changed in the meaning. So you have to give me the meaning. Give me the meaning. What the meaning mean? I want to see it.
Tamara, you are an idiot. This girl on the verge.
Let us see who is the idiot. What the word mean?
Idiot.
As long as you're in Arabic, I read for you in Arabic. Now it's your time to translate for us. خُذُوهُ فَغُلُّوهُ. What does that mean?
The English translation says fetter him.
Okay, your translation. You said this is wrong.
Seize him.
But you said this is wrong, you idiot.
When did I say that?
You did. I said to you, they fatter him. You said, no, you're lying.
My friend, we got the context. Go to verse 45. It says...
Okay, listen.
Then,
so let's make a conclusion here. So you're a prophet. If he's lying, Allah will take him, he will capture him, and then he will insert in his anus.
The angels.
Where it says the angels? Show me the word angels. Go ahead. Where's the word angels?
Allah is speaking to the angels.
Where? Okay, no problem. But does it say the word angels there?
Allah speaking to the angels.
Okay, so the angels will take Muhammad. We will go with you. Allah will order the angels to say, hey, take him. And then what they will do, they will insert in his anus a long chain, correct?
Yeah, and then they will cut his aorta.
All right. Now, we have a proof that his aorta cut off. And it doesn't make sense. Listen.
It's in the year after.
Okay, no, you cut the aorta of the man before he died or after he died?
After.
After he died, you cut his aorta?
No, after. It says we will seize him then in verse 45.
My friend,
then we will cut his
no
aorta.
problem. So, but after he died, you will cut his aorta, but he's dead. What aorta?
My friend.
The guy is dead, so what's the benefit of cutting his aorta? I'm asking you.
Doesn't the Quran say that we are we were able to restore his body?
My friend, I'm asking you. No problem. But you're a prophet. No, he will cut his aorta. He will cut his life. He will cut his life vein. So, is that will be...
No,
that?
why you lie?
It's in front of you.
Go to verse 45.
46, read it. 45, 46 in front of us. Here we go. If he said something lying about us, we are going to seize him from his right hand, and then after that we would surely cut off his life vein.
Exactly, so how can this be earthly life when it says we will seize him then? we will cut his aorta.
Allah can seize you any place. Allah can seize you only in the, He cannot seize you now on earth.
My friend, in the context, Allah is ordering the angels to seize the non-believers.
No, talking about Muhammad. Okay, let us see together. Let us see together. Here we go. Here it says, okay, I want to ask you here. As long as you are the one who's quoting for me this chapter, which is a very nice chapter, I love it. It says here, this is a speech of a noble messenger. Who is the one who's talking?
Allah.
Allah saying that the Quran is the speech of Muhammad?
Yeah, it has been transmitted by Muhammad, yeah.
It's transmitted. It cannot be his speech then. My speech is my speech.
Oh, the verses after says this is a revelation from Allah.
Okay, hold on. What revelation from Allah? It says this is a speech of a noble messenger. And then it says, it is not a speech of a poet. No problem, the word after, I'm reading it.
Yeah,
okay.
Slow down a little bit.
So then he continues saying, so they accuse him of false speech, he's a false prophet. And then he said, this is not a poet. And then he said, he is not the same as Quran, those who do the sajah. Like I ate potato and I put some tomato and I spoke to Tato and he said to me, you are getting fato. Stupid Quran. Now, if Muhammad, he lie about what we send down to him, we will cut his artery. Correct?
On judgment day, yeah.
You know what, I will go with you guys. In the judgment day, Muhammad, his aorta will be cut off, but that means he is going to die again.
No, that will be slaughtered in the middle of hell and heaven. There will be
no, he will not be slaughtered. He will be cut only his aorta, not slaughtered.
Oh my God! Wait.
Okay, let us see. Okay, you know what? It's a challenge from me. It's a challenge from me to you. If there is any scholar agree with you about what you said, that this is about the judgment day,
my friend, I show you Quran.
I'm showing you the scholars too. What's wrong? Are they lying?
But who's more important, Allah or scholars?
But how you get the interpretation you have? How come you are against all the scholars?
Because it says we will seize them, and in the context it says the angels, Allah will order the angels to
okay,
seize.
well it says that he would do that to him in the judgment day to Muhammad.
My friend, Muhammad says before judgment day, 30 false prophets will appear, but he never said that on the earth and the aorta will be cut.
Okay, let's see. We go to the hadith.
No, don't change topic.
Oh, hold on, we want to change topic. You're a prophet, he said, that because of the poison he ate in Khaybar, he feel as my aorta is being cut off.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't say as, it says وجدت انقطاع أبهري من ذلك السم. So there's no as. I find that my aorta is being cut off because of that poison. There's no as. So now, is that in judgment day will happen or when you are alive?
On judgment day.
So how come it happened to Muhammad when he's alive?
It doesn't matter. The Quran is saying on judgment day.
Oh, so Muhammad is lying here?
My friend, look what you were...
Well, I'm asking you, Muhammad, he said that his aorta is being cut off because of the poison. Is Muhammad lying? Hello? Did he hang up? He hang up. Actually, I was going to go more. The Muslim, he posed for us a video about the rabbi, and I was going to play the rabbi because the rabbi in his video, he said that Muhammad is a fraud. I mean, Muslim, they want to prove to us that the Jews and the Muslim, they have one God. They got me a stupid rabbi saying that we have Jews and Muslim, they have the same God. I can show you even Christian priests, they're saying the same. But he can't prove it. Did he quote anything from the Old Testament? No. This is the same rabbi who read the Talmud. And not only that, he said Muhammad, he changed a lot, he is a fabricator, he's a liar. So you are quoting for me a rabbi who's saying that your prophet is a fraud to prove to me that we have the same God. Stupid. I posted for this rabbi, the coward. All of those are coward, by the way. We challenged them to debate us. They run away. Do you remember this guy? This potato? To weave a singer? Do you remember him? How many times I made videos for him? I challenged him to debate me, the coward. He ran away, potato. This potato, the Muslim, they like him. Any rabbi, by the way, support Islam because many rabbis, they are upset from Christianity. Christianity is a threat to them, not Islam. For those rabbis are fraud. And the major number of Jews became a Christian already. So they side with Islam, but in the same time, they expose Islam without even saying, I mean, they do it in a smart way. As an example, this guy, he spoke about Jesus is born of a virgin. To weave a singer, if you watch the video, I made a video for him. He said, this is a lie, this is coming from the Greek legends. By saying that, he admitted that he agreed that Muhammad is a fraud. But if you ask about Muhammad, he say, yeah, he's a prophet. He's a rabbi too. But he said that anyone believe in the virgin birth of Jesus is stupid. But this is in the Quran. The Muslim like him, the same as this guy. You are a Muslim, you are posting for me this video. But don't you know, did you hear it? Do you Muslim hear it? The guy, he said clearly that Muhammad is a fraud. Or you hear only a part you like and you ignore the part you like.
That we have the same God, but that's not what God wants people to act. I'm sure a lot of them are embarrassed from themselves also, the Arabs, the way some of them act. But generally speaking,
he's talking about terrorists, but Muhammad is a terrorist. Muhammad, he says, I've been victorious by terror. So he said God will be ashamed of them. We have the same God, but they practice terrorism.
To us, that's embarrassing that we have the same God, but that's not what God wants people to act.
We have the same God, but that's not what God wants. That's mean the teaching of Muhammad is false. Continue.
I'm sure a lot of them are embarrassed from themselves also, the Arabs, the way some of them act. But generally speaking, they took upon themselves the real God of the world, the Creator. They also believe in the Old Testament because they have their own Quran, what they believe in. I don't know what that says over there exactly. Just like the Christians have the New Testament, they have their New Testament called Quran, but they believe in the Old Testament too. And they...
This guy, he is explaining to you that Muslims have the same God, but he don't know what the Quran is saying. Have you ever heard of a guy with a beard teaching about religion? He never heard what Islam teach. They have a book, it's called the Quran, but I don't know what it says there. So how do you know that the God of Muslims is the same God of the Jews? I mean, have you ever heard of a stupid answer like this? And look what he will say after.
Change history around. The problem is that
Muhammad, he changed history. Muhammad, he changed history around.
Change history around. The problem is Christians have the New Testament, they have their New Testament called Quran, but they believe in the Old Testament too. And they change history around.
So now he is saying the Christian and the Muslims, they change history around. Okay, let's see.
The problem is that we know that Abraham took Isaac for a sacrifice. No, he took Ishmael for a sacrifice.
Oh, so he's talking about the Muslims. They change history. The Muslims, they are lying. Muhammad is a liar. It's not Ishmael, it's Isaac. So he just said your prophet is a fraud.
They changed the whole thing around the last few hundred years when from Mohammedan, the prophet came, Mohammedan, who also preached God, that he didn't make himself into a God, but he preached there was a God in the world, and he was a prophet, but he changed things around in the Torah to make...
He was a prophet, but he changed things around. I mean, have you ever heard of a hypocrite rabbi like this? He said he's a prophet, but he changed things around. He flipped it upside down. He's a prophet, but he's a liar.
The Arabs, like, they're on top, the Jews are on the bottom, they're on top, whatever it is.
what he did?
Prophet, but he changed things around in the Torah to make the Arabs like they're on top and the Jews on.
He changed things in the Torah. He changed things in the Torah. I mean, at least watch the video you hear before you send it to me. Watch it before you send it to me, because you are just exposing your false prophet. And actually, I guarantee you now, after the Emirate, they sign a peace agreement with Israel, you will find more rabbis saying we and the Muslims are the same. Just wait. Already, Benjamin Netanyahu, he said, all of us, we are from Abraham. Actually, that the agreement with Emirate is called Abrahamic agreement. Abrahamic. And here, by the way, I want to remember something. I was talking to someone about Arab and native Arabic, what Arab mean. Arab is not an ethnic group. Arab is a word mean desert. Whoever live in the desert, they call him Arab. Who called them? The Aramaic. It's not the Arab call themselves Arab. It is the Aramaic called them Arab. So whoever live in the desert, he is Arabian. You see in some translation they say in the desert of Arabia. The fact the word Arabia itself is a desert. You don't need to add the word desert. The word Arabia, it's a desert. So when we say Arab, Arab are not an ethnic. Whoever live in the desert, he is considered as an Arab, which means a Bedouin. If you go to the Quran, you will find this. And the Quran is copying as usual from the Aramaic. Chapter 9, verse number 90. Chapter 9, verse number 97. Chapter 9, verse number 98. Chapter 9, 99. Chapter 9, 101, etc. Al-Arab. Who are the Al-Arab? The Bedouin. The Bedouin. You see, it says the desert Arab. Who? The desert. People of the desert. We have a Muslim look like it, maybe. Hello? Hello?
I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
Well, thank you for giving me your last name. Stupid people. So the word Arab is not an ethnic. This is why if you look in the Middle East, you will see some people, they call themselves Arab, but they are blonde. They have blue eyes, green eyes. How those are Arab? How somebody from Yemen is an Arab, someone from Egypt is an Arab, someone from Saudi is an Arab, and none of them look anything to do with each other. Most of those who live in Arabia today, they are coming from India. Specifically, Saudi, what we call them Saudi, Qatar, Emirate, Bahrain. If you go right now and check how they look like, guys, is the sound coming bad? I have the fan on. Is it bad? Tell me if the sound is bad. If you look at their faces, you will see you are looking at what? You are looking at the guy is coming from Pakistan. What those people have to do with anything? If you look at each one of them, you will not find a single one of them match anyone else from other nations, from those who call themselves Arab. This is the Prince of Qatar. This guy is from Pakistan. And for those who do not know, Pakistan is just across the corner. If you go right now to the map, you will see there's a very small, tiny space in the sea between them and Pakistan, which was used to be India before. This is where the black stone is coming. This is where the Kaaba is coming. This is why Muslims, they wear like the Hindus. They have a sheet. They show one shoulder. They shave their head. They wear a sandal. This is all is a Hindu practice. Those Arabian clothes, they've been created long after. They used to dress, actually, if you go right now and check the history or the culture clothes for Emirate, Bahrain, Qatar, you will see they wear a skirt. Skirt, like the Indian. A towel. So many who do not know, they think that when you say an Arab, like I say I am an Arab, that's mean I belong to an ethnic group. Arab have nothing to do to any ethnic. Arab is a word originally mean those who live in the desert, later became anyone who speak Arabic. His native language is Arabic, mean the first language you are born to speak when you are born. What language is native. Doesn't matter what language you speak. Where is this guy from? He's an Arab. How he look like? How come he look like Pakistani? He look like Indian. Their eyes, their hair, their structures, their height. If we compare him to the different president, let us see. How they call them Arab, all of them they call Arab. If you look at the president of Egypt or any, all of them, they look different. Look at this guy. This guy is an Arab too. He's an Arab with the blue eyes, and he's so blonde to the point he cannot open his eyes. He's an Arab. You tell me how this happened. Arab is not a nation. Mimi Hijab, he called himself an Arab, but this guy is an Egyptian. What the Egyptian have to do with the Arab? People of the desert. This is Africa. The word Arab is mentioned for people of the desert who live in Asia, not in Africa. If you go to Yemen, you will find the people there, they look literally Indian. And because they are mixed with other nations for a long time, so let us say their color a little bit changed. But they are literally look like Indian. Those are people of Yemen. Yet they claim that they are Arab too. And they wear a skirt. Let me show you if I can find some traditional clothes. Those new style Arabian clothes, those have nothing to do with them. Let us see. I don't know what they call them really to find the traditional. I search for men, I get pictures of women. I don't know why. Let us see. I search for a skirt, I get women's skirt. I need to find, I don't know what the name they call it in Yemeni language to find it. Anyway, so don't be mistaken when you speak, when you think about Kandura. Is that what they call it? Let me see. What Kandura? I don't know really what they call it. Kandura is something they use in the Emirate, not in Yemen. But we can, no, this is not the same. No. Yeah, all of this is not Arabic laws. This have nothing to do with Arabic laws. There's nothing called Arabic laws anyway, because they have different, they are different nations, different ethnic group, all mixed together. There's nothing called Arab. The biggest wrong understanding they teach you even in school, that Arab are people who they are a nation, they are ethnic group. They are not. They are not. Anyway, so when the Quran says the Arab, they are the Bedouin, that isn't accurate. They are the Bedouin. Anyone is a Bedouin, he is an Arab. It's not a name of a nation, it's not an ethnic. In English you say the Bedouin. The Bedouin, by the way, is coming from Aramaic too, which is used in Arabic, Badu. In Arabic we say Badu. Look at the translation. And those who made executed from the Bedouin. But this is a translation for the word Arab. So Arab is people of the desert. Arab is those who still live in the tent. Do you see it? Are you a Bedouin? No, I'm black, blonde, African American from Japan. Who cares where I'm from? That's not important. So don't make them fool you about something called Arab. Arab is not an ethnic. It's mixed with tons of, you know, remember that area occupied by the Roman, occupied by the Persian, occupied, I mean, how you can have an ethnic group in that area? In the Middle East, how you can be a person belong to any ethnic? The only one who, let us say, did their best to preserve their ethnic group is the Jews. Why? Because they don't allow mixing with others, marrying from others. Even if a woman, if they have a child, he's coming from a man, he is not approved, they don't recognize the person to preserve their ethnic group. And just to give you an example about how people, they fool each other. If you remember that Moshe, he did marry a Bedouin woman. Is that correct? Did Moshe marry a Bedouin woman? Yes, he did. Is his kids are Arab? They say no. Correct? So why the kids are not Arab? Because simply those are not an ethnic. This is not the word Arab. It means Bedouin. Desert people. His kids belong to him, so they are Jews. All right? And that will refute the stories of Muhammad claiming that Ishmael, he married an Arabian woman. Because even if this has happened, which is not true, because the Bible in the Old Testament say clearly that Ishmael, his mother, she married to him an Egyptian woman. So they corrupt the history, as the Rabbi, he said. They change things upside down in order to make Muhammad legitimate person. All right? There's nothing called Arab. Edom or not, Arab is not an ethnic. Arab who live in the desert. If the Aramaic now exists in Las Vegas, they will call whoever live in the desert Arab. Are you getting my point? Arab is not a name of a nation. It's not even a name of a language. Arabic language, as we see, does not exist for those people. This is a mix of languages, and 90% of it is Aramaic. Mix of Persian, Aramaic, Ethiopian, you name it. Even Greek. When you go in the Quran and you try to find what the Quran says about the gospel of Jesus, what the Quran call it, Injil. Did you ask yourself how in the world Injil is there? You remember the guy a second ago, he said to me, oh, this is a Persian word. Correct? Did he say that? It's a Persian word. So the Muslims themselves, they acknowledge that the Quran is full of words and full of other languages. Because Arabic is nothing but a mix of languages. Torah is not Arabic. Injil is a Greek. And the Muslim, they say to you that Jesus was sent to the Greek. Sorry, he sent to the Hebrew, to the Jews, to the Israeli. So he was sent to the Israeli, but his book is in Chinese, because in this case here, it's in a Greek language. You see the stupid, and how you can refute them easy? Because they say to you, brother and sister, the only prophet sent for all the world is Muhammad. Jesus was only sent for the Jews. So he was sent for the Jews, but yet his book is written in Greek language? Why? If an Arab is not ethnic, where you come from, you know, I can't talk about myself from now until tomorrow to tell you where I'm coming from. But the Arab themselves are a mix of others, which mean Bedouin tribes coming from different nations, move from place to place. That's why they are Bedouin. That's why it's hard even to trace where they're coming from. They go where the grass go. If you go right now to Iraq, you will find that more than 80% of the population are desert people, tribe. But those are not the Iraqi. The real Iraqi is the Assyrian, Babylon, and the Chaldean. Those are the real people of Iraq. Abraham himself is from there. But when the Muslims occupied that land, all the Bedouin in the desert, they went because there's a grass, there's water. So they move. They're Bedouin. They don't have houses. They carry their tent and they go. The Arab, not only they went there, the people of the desert, which is not one nation as we showed you, they went all over the place. They went all the way to India. They went all the way to China. So mistakenly people think that when we say Arab, we are talking about an ethnic. If you go and read every single verse in the Bible, in the Old Testament, you will see that the word Arab fit perfectly when you speak about the desert. The desert and only the desert. Aram is a word meaning people who live, is a name of a person, right? Aram. Aramic is people who live in the high hills. The high hills. You know, everything in the Bible, by the way, is not a name. It's a description. So Arab, people who live in the desert. And usually it's connected with the word savage. People who live in the desert, they are savage, they are wild, they don't take a shower once a year. You know, this is what Arab mean. So when somebody in that time want to say, oh, he's an Arab, he mean many things. He mean that they are savage. He mean they are not an ethnic. That's not an ethnic. They are people who live in the desert. They don't have houses. They don't have law. And they kidnap you too. And this is what they used to do. Arab, they kidnap each other, they slaughter each other because they are not one nation. Then you go and see the word Aramic. Aramic is people who live in high land, not in the desert. They earned the name. The one, even Aram himself, he earned the name. He was called such a name because he's going to live in a high land. Every name you find in the Old Testament, even in the New Testament, have a story. It's a statement. It's a phrase. It's an announcement. You remember we showed you a video about secret code in the book of Genesis 5? All those names are not names. You can search it right now in Google. All right? Yeah, you know, the Muslim now, they try to make the Nabatean are the same as them. You know, those are people of the desert, but they are not, it's not an ethnic. This is why they have different language. They have different language. If you go and read the Nabatean, it's not an Arabic. If you go and read, go right now and search for the temple of Al-Makkah. Let me find it. We are here for how long? Man. If you go to the temple of Al-Makkah, you will find that the language there is not Arabic. but they claim that Yemen is the source of the Arab. How come the language there is not Arabic then in the temple? That means those who build the temple have nothing to do with this language and those ethnic group. And actually, the word Mecca itself is coming from the temple of Al-Mecca. Al-Mecca is a temple for those who worship the moon god. For a long time, scientists, they thought that this was a temple of the sun god. Later, they were able to read the language, and they come to a conclusion: this is the moon god temple. And Mecca was a name copying from Al-Mecca, as you see. Mecca, in the language of Yemen, they make the letter Ka as Qa. Everyone knows that. Mecca. So Mecca was a copy, a counterfeit of the temple of Al-Mecca. This is why in the Kaaba there's two corners. One of them have the black stone, and one of them have, it's called the Yemeni corner. If we search for the Yemeni corner, let's do that. What you will find stones coming from the temple of Al-Mecca. Let us show you the stones. So what they do, what the Arab did, or those people who live in the city, this small town, they build those desert people. It's a business. They took stones from the temple of Al-Mecca to make to make this place holy. Why you want to go all the way to the temple of Al-Mecca to touch the stones there and pray in front of them? We'll bring you some stones right away. We put them here, and here we go. You can't touch them here. If you look with me carefully, this is it's called until now the Yemeni corner. They say to you it's facing Yemen. What's facing Yemen? For it having stones from Al-Mecca temple. If you look with me, you will notice that the stones there, they don't match with the color of the other stones. Correct? Do they match? No, they don't. Look, they don't match. They are different color. Muhammad, he claimed in the hadith that if you touch those stones, Allah forgive your sin. Actually, they forgive your sin, not Allah. Let us see. I'm trying to find the hadith. Give me a second. You see, all those hadith, they are saying the same, that Muhammad was touching the black stone in the Yemeni corner, but we want to show you where it says that it's going to erase your sin. There's nothing is correlated to Allah. Allah is the moon god, and they are trying to make a counterfeit for the temple of Al-Mecca. There was more than 26 Kaaba in the Arabian Peninsula. This is not the first one. Let us see. Here we go. Look at this. A person said to Abu Abdul Rahman, "Why do I only see you touching these two corners?" He said, "I heard the messenger of Allah says, touching them erase sin." Yeah, the Hajar al-Aswad, it's a meteor. You see, in order to understand why the Arab, they worship stones, you have to go back a little bit in history even during the time of Muhammad. As an example, this hadith here says that we used to worship stones. Read carefully. Used what? This is a new Muslim. He just converted to Islam. Muhammad is a prophet now, supposedly. He took over. We used to worship stones. And when we found a better stone than the first one, we would throw the first one and take the better. But if we could not get a stone, then we would collect some earth, which means dirt, and then bring a sheep and milk sheep over it and perform tawaf around it. So this is what the Arab do. They worship stones. And the Kaaba was just a movement of, you don't need to go to Las Vegas, we have a slot machine for gambling here. There's nothing it's called cornerstone, my friend. What cornerstone? We're talking about what? Hajar al-Aswad, place in the corner, but doesn't matter where it is. It's not a cornerstone. Actually, the Hajar al-Aswad does not exist no more. You see, one of the stupidity about the God of Islam, the Muslims, they come to us with it. They say that the black stone is sent by Allah, and it's going to witness for you until the judgment day. But if you go and check the black stone, you will find that there's no stones left. It's empty. What you see there inside is wax. You see this black thing? This is not a stone, this is wax. The black stone is demolished. Al-Khurumuti, he took it, he made it a poop stone for more than 21 years. He destroyed the Kaaba, he screamed to Allah, says, where are you, Allah? Huh? Coward, liar, there's no Allah. He took the black stone, and the Muslim, in order to get the black stone back, they bribe him. And what he gave him, he gave them this. He gave them little tiny pieces of stones. And there's no proof that this is from the black stone anyway. So look what we have now. Do you see the little rocks inside? And this is a proof of Islam again to be false. Because if Allah is the one who sent the black stone, how come Allah did not preserve the black stone? Where is the black stone? Do you see it? God, do you see the arrows? Do you see the arrows? I'm trying to zoom in. Do you see the arrows? Those are little tiny rocks inside the wax. Here somebody highlight them for you. Do you see it? There's no black stone. So Allah, he sent the stone and then he could not preserve it. And now every week they have to do maintenance to those stones. This is why they have a policeman next to it, because they want to be sure nobody can block it out and steal them. So they do maintenance by doing waxing. You can watch on YouTube. Go search right now, black stone maintenance Kaaba. Allah cannot do maintenance to his black stone. We need a guy coming from Pakistan. They mix a very high expensive smell, nice smell wax with the amber and etc. And they melt it around the black stone or those stones. Actually, we can find the video right now. Give me a second. I will not play it for you. You can. I will post the link. All right. Let me post the link for you. This is a very short link, but you can, and there you will find many videos. Here we go. They are fixing the black stone by wax. Allah cannot fix the black stone. We have to wax it, fix it. Here you will see this guy. Here we go. He is working with the black stone to fix it. They melt things, you see. You see it? It's wax. There's no stone. They say we are kissing the black stone. There is no stone left in the stone. And this is from God. Allah could not preserve his black stone. We need to bring a maintenance guy to fix it. And what we have left, few tiny pieces. Imagine if I can get those pieces and sell them in eBay. Oh boy. Mean. I will sell them maybe like for 10 billion. Trust me, they will pay for them. They are holy stone of Allah, brother. The Kaaba without those stone full of rocks is not holy. We need holy stone. And yet they call us pagan. They call us what? Pagan. Here we go. This is the video again if you like to download it and share it with your friends. Anyway guys, don't forget to download the video as soon as it's available for downloading, because it takes time, especially if the video is long. And I want to say thank you all for being here. Sadly, the Muslims, they give up. They are not calling no more. But I understand. And thank you for getting me busted today. You know how many Muslims get me busted? They got me busted. They called for us that Muhammad was cutting from Talmud. He's quoting from Talmud, brother. The other guy, he gave me a verse, a hadith, saying that the prophet, he said that the torment of the grave only for the Jews. Yet he's claimed the prophet. So Jibreel came and corrected him, so he was speaking without knowledge? He was a fool? Yes, he was. So each time they try to prove us wrong, they give us a hand. The glory to the Lord. They said Christians, they don't share anything with the Jews. We Muslims and Jews, we don't have images. And then we show them from the Quran how Allah, he ordered Solomon to build a temple full of statues. Everything they said, we got them busted with it. So when the video is ready, download it, share it with your friends, and until we see you soon again, I pray to the Lord. You know, we pray to the Muslims, you know, to be safe too. We pray for all of us to be saved from the devil, from his deception. Be aware, be vigilant, and don't be naive. Don't be naive. Don't take what they say to you, even in schools. Most of our history is corrupt history. All my life, I grew up when I was a student in the Middle East. I heard nothing but garbage. I remember the history teacher says, by Allah, we will take Jerusalem because it's us, our city. I said to him, sir, who is the one who built Jerusalem? He said to me, as I know, Prophet David and Solomon. I said, are they Jews? He said, yes, they are Jews. The idiot, he just said a second ago, this is our city. The one who built it. I mean, do you see how they fool you? So you have to be vigilant, you have to be smart, you have to be a person who do your own search. Don't go by even what you see in the West, in TV, in YouTube. Even by what I say to you. Search it, find it, discover it, prove it right or wrong. Many people, they teach you, they will say to you false stuff. How you know? If you take what people say to you blindly, trust in what they say without examining, that means you are doing a harm to yourself. So even if a Christian prince, he said something to you, if you don't show reference, if you don't show proof, he is a liar. Where is your proof? Show us the proof, and then we will believe you. And if he show you the proof, go check it out. The Lord, he said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. What does that mean? There's many teachers will come to you saying, Lord, Lord, God, God, Jesus, Jesus. They change their format, they change their names. They are the same as wolves who come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. So, are we going to follow whoever says to us, Lord, Lord? No. From their fruit you shall know them. And the Bible says, anyone who brings other scriptures other than this, he is from the devil. He is satanic. We don't have other scriptures. And we have no better than Jesus. Actually, even Muhammad, the faith in Muhammad himself, he could not claim to be a prophet without using the name of Christ, because he knew how good it is. When somebody want to poison you, he put poison in your favorite dish. And this is what Muhammad, he did. You love Jesus? Oh, I believe in Jesus. Oh, you believe Mary is virgin? Oh yeah, I believe in Mary is virgin. Just follow me. Satan, he try always his best. What do you like? He try everything. Sex, gambling, drinking, cheating. It doesn't work with you? We come to you from the door of God. You are religious? No problem. I will come to you from the door of God. He will try to fool you as a teacher who is a wolf, but he come to you in the clothes of a sheep. We've been warned. We've been taught. We've been told. If you are a fool, that's your problem. And if a fool like Muhammad can fool you, how fool are you, my friend? As you see, this guy, he cannot even stand an examination for 2 seconds. The Muslims, they tremble to explain the Prophet's stupidity. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. I'm so glad to have you all. Tell me if you think it's good to make other time schedule, because I'm thinking to keep it the same way as now, you know, so we can get more and more people, but I might do it in some other time too, if other people from other location, territory, they like me to do some broadcast. Thank you very much. God bless you. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And see you soon again. This is your Christian Prince, brother, humbly was with you, serving you, searching and sharing the truth. And may the Lord bless us all. Thank you.